Welcome back.
Sorry, I'm confused because you cut me off.
To the Animation Weekly recap.
I don't know what to say now.
I never
usually
get to
say the intro.
I know,
so
I never get to say it. I don't really wanted to say it.
It didn't sound as good. Sorry. Welcome back to the Animation Weekly recap. Brought to you by your host, Ansley Bancroft, and my co-host.
Tom Bancroft. We are hosting this together, Ansley.
Are we though? Are we though?
Everybody has their favorite. Put in the comments who your favorite.
Put in the comments who your favorite is.
Because if it's not me, my heart will be broken.
I know it's probably not me.
And if it wasn't you, she's just going to get angry.
I do.
Yeah.
I would get angry. Anyways, hi guys. Thanks for coming. I'm a little under the weather, so we're going to kind of make this short and sweet because I need to sleep.
We say that now, but we'll see what actually happens.
I'm sorry if I'm not bringing my zingy personality.
I know.
Zany. Is that more it?
You'll be a little bit more up and excited.
I might just be a little bit more like chill, low-key. My back is hurting too now.
Oh, man. Rough day.
Just falling apart. It's a tough Monday.
Oh, and I have a little allergy.
You're going to the beach tomorrow. I don't want to hear anything from you.
I am. It's a working trip, but
yeah,
yes,
so we're shooting early because Tom goes to the beach. Must be nice. I will be here holding the fort down.
It's a half vacation, half work, half vacation. So I am excited.
Vacation. Let's be honest.
Wow. Vacation 100% for my wife.
Yes. Yes, it will be.
Yeah, 100%.
1,000%.
Yeah.
She's gonna be on the beach with a pina colada at like 9 a.m.
But if we have any artists out there, which I know we do, you know how it is. You always got some like deadline. You got something.
Yes,
you gotta be
that's
getting
how
done.
I am. I'm not an artist, but like the job does not stop.
You can't 100% divorce yourself. That's for sure. So,
no.
Some of that's fine.
Anywho, I guess let's get into it.
Okay.
Article 1. You seem under the weather. Why are you being chill? You're supposed to like...
I told you I have a little allergy, so there's a little scratchiness to my throat. But
yeah, but you need to like take on the energy that I usually bring every week. I'm allowed 1 week off.
Yeah. What's Article 1? Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Good.
Yeah, here we go.
The future of Cartoon Network looks very bleak.
Oh, well, this got down fast. I was all pumped.
No, but I feel like this article could have been written years ago. Like, why are we still talking about Cartoon Network? It's been bleak.
Well, good. I felt the same way when I heard about this article. I haven't read it, but I was like, we've been hearing this for a while.
2 years ago, they were shutting down.
What's new? What's sort of the new
I guess there was a
part to
Bloomberg
this?
article that like listed stats about it. So annual advertising revenue for Cartoon Brew and Adult Swim has plummeted 80% over the last decade.
Over the last, okay.
666 million in 2014 to 133 million, which is crazy. It says as viewers move from cable to streaming, Warner Brothers streaming services Max has failed to attract children viewers, thus creating a void for Cartoon Network content. Just 13% of 10 to 12-year-old viewers have recently watched programming on Max, according to video ad firm Precise.tv. So compared to the 32% that watch Hulu, 57 on Disney, 72 on Netflix, only 13 children watch Max. It says Warner Brothers Discoveries is moving away from offering Cartoon Network content on Max. According to the Bloomberg author, Max only offers 11 Cartoon Network titles.
Whoa.
And Max owns Cartoon Network.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then it says Cartoon Network is now largely focused on established IP, not original content. What's new?
What's new there?
Yeah, skim over that. Everybody's only looking for established IP. Yet, how do you establish IP?
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing. Anyways, then it says Warner Brothers Discovery is prioritizing adult and family programming over children. Also, what's new? I feel like everything's like adult-centric now.
Yeah.
Kids TV is like gone and forgotten about.
I don't get it. I don't understand it because I know there's still lots of kids in the world. We can agree to that.
There's a bunch of kids, and
they still like animation.
They're more addicted to the screen now than they
ever
were.
Now they are watching a lot of live action. These unboxing toys. These kids that are doing like shows on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But 72% are watching Netflix and stuff. Like, there's still streaming services. Why not Cartoon Brew? It seems like a Cartoon Brew problem.
No, not Cartoon Brew. You mean Cartoon
Max.
Network.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It's an article on Cartoon Brew, so I got confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, just not Cartoon Network. So it seems like a them problem. Because Netflix brings in streamers.
Well, look, what I want to see is this picture here at the top. So here is, from this Cartoon Brew, this is the Cartoon Network, all their characters they have. So put that up there. As you
Johnny
can see,
Bravo. What was this show? I loved that
Curious, what's it? The Cowardly Dog.
Yes.
Curious, the Cowardly Dog?
Yeah, something like that. Oh my gosh. Powerpuff Girls. Rugrats.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Yes.
It's huge still, I would think. Ed, and Eddie was very classic. I do feel like these are all very
See, that's
old.
what I was about to say. That's what I was literally about to say.
Oh, well, Scooby-Doo, Tom and Jerry, that's part of the library. That's pretty big.
Yeah, but
still old IP. Yes.
I see a couple like that guy. I don't recognize it.
That's Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. And so is that. And so that's those are
Transformers.
Pretty old from the early 90s.
What was this one?
That's Ed, and Eddie.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm a bit confused because it does feel like it's just from when I was a kid. Maybe that's the issue.
Most of their character IPs were created in the 90s when they did an extensive rollout of new properties. It was also when they launched Cartoon Network, right?
It was huge.
Created all these new shows.
And they were huge.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe that's the issue here. Are we just holding on to something that's like...
Yeah.
Maybe you need to actually start creating your own content again because the kids these days aren't going to be like the ones we were in the 90s. They're not going to want to watch what we watched. I mean,
wonder, like, is there any new IP that they've created? Put it in the comments if you can think of one.
Yeah, because based off this image,
since the 90s, honestly, like maybe early 2000s, but somewhere in there, they just stopped, I think, creating anything new.
Well, then no wonder you're struggling.
I know.
What do you even have to market at that point? Of course your marketing funds have gone down. What are you marketing? Stuff made in the 90s?
I know. I think they are. They're like, we have this glowing cast of... I think there's going to be a fire sale for Cartoon Network properties and IP, honestly.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a them problem because I know there's kids and I know that they're looking to watch shows. Mm-hmm. So it feels to me like they're behind the times. That's the issues.
I mean, anything on here that I look at that they are renewing constantly, it's Tom and Jerry, probably. Maybe not even Tom and Jerry. I don't know when there's been a Tom and Jerry. Scooby-Doo, they're always doing some new reinvention. Now, here's the thing that I understand about copyright, too, or trademark, I should say, is that you have to sort of every so often reinvent it a little bit. Do something with the IP. If you don't do anything with the IP after, and I don't know how long the time is, but we'll say 50 years, it expires. You lose that IP. Mm-hmm. And so that's why you see reinventions through the years of Scooby-Doo. I
didn't know that.
Yeah. Scrappy-Doo, when they brought that up, that was another sort of reinvention of that brand. And so you got to keep doing something with that IP.
Well, they better hurry up and do it for Powerpuff Girls.
Tom and Jerry, they have had new iterations of Tom and Jerry. Yeah. Now I can think of it. Yeah.
I haven't seen any for Powerpuff. No, didn't they go CG once? Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls went CG. They did. There's a live action one, I think, in development or something.
I think that got shut down.
Yeah, but that's probably why they.
I remember that. No, there was like some video that went viral that was like really terrible.
Oh, really?
And I think it got shut down. I don't think it ever happened.
But like Johnny Bravo, are they doing anything with Johnny Bravo? I don't think so.
No, I haven't heard of him in a while.
I mean, Foster's Home for Imaginary Kids. I don't think I've ever seen a reinvention of that. So, like, yeah, I don't... But maybe comic books count. Yeah, it does seem like it's a them problem. I don't know if comics count, if it has to be animation IP, or they lose the IP, the trademark on the IP. I don't know how that works, but yeah, they gotta kind of reinvent. I actually
kind of wonder. Cartoon Network news.
I'll just keep talking while she does whatever she's
doing.
They
are putting stuff out, like newer stuff. Teen Titans Go. Oh, Teen Titans, I've seen that.
Yeah, Teen Titans Go, but so you're right, that was more 2000, although that wasn't in that image. I just have a feeling that image is a little outdated, maybe.
Yeah.
But that was... But
they are creating new series.
So Cartoon Network was owned by Warner Brothers, right? And Warner Brothers also owns DC, and that's why you see. But the Teen Titans are more of a DC character than you could say a traditional Cartoon Network character, and maybe that's why they weren't in that image. Thomas the Tank Engine, is that part of?
It says all engines go. Thomas, that's a Thomas and Friends.
That's like a
spin-off.
I wonder if they own that too, maybe.
Maybe. I
feel
don't
like they just started acquiring rather than inventing.
That's what they just said. They're not interested in new stuff, new content. It literally said that.
Yeah, but I mean, acquiring is taking on new IPs. Like Thomas the Tank
is now largely focused on established IP, not original content. The network says that established IP is familiar to parents and easier to market globally.
That's true of every single company out there right now.
That's is what everybody's looking for.
Anybody's
which
doing.
I'll never understand because how do you
that.
Get established IP? How does your
Someone
IP become established?
It.
Exactly.
Right.
Somebody needs to acquire the IP, then it becomes established.
I mean,
so how are you guys going to look for only established IP?
Yeah. That's what the 2020s I think are going to be looked at.
It's gonna dry out.
Desert of nobody created anything new.
Because we're not gonna have any established IP.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're not gonna have anything to acquire.
Which, by the way, Pencilish is trying to create new IP. It has been a struggle because of this, though. Because
every time we go pitch our IP, they're like, well, we're really just looking for Bluey.
Right. We have to partner with other people, and that could be the big studios. It could be small studios.
Obviously, you can't afford to pay for a series to run. And, where is it going to go?
Right. They're all like,
we go to YouTube right now, but, we need streaming services to bring it on there. But they don't want
And long story short, it is money. Bottom line, it's money. All the studios are very risk averse. That's a term we've used here before, I think, where they don't want to spend money. They don't want to try anything that's a risk. Well, they'll spend money. They'll spend it on stupid things. Let's put it that way. But they want to try anything new because it's a risk. And you don't know if people are going to like it. And so they just go, well, we'll put out another Powerpuff Girls show or something, brand new.
Yeah, and it's so stupid.
That's where, I'm not telling you guys anything you don't know already. It's very frustrating, but it's live action, animation, you name it. That's the world we're living in, where it's sequels, it's retreading old brands.
It's going to get so old fast.
Yeah.
People are complaining all the time about it.
And yet there is a nostalgia for the 90s. I will say that. You see people craving, eating up. I think, I was going to say Minecraft. That's not a 90s thing, I don't think. But Minecraft was a good example of one that was a big hit that kind of came out, and it's just an established brand. But they presented it in a new way, at least. Nobody had seen a Minecraft movie. That had never happened
No, it actually
before.
looks cool. I kind of want to see it.
Yeah. And it was a video game that has
But we won't get into Jack Black.
I know. Right.
It's another story.
You got a little bit trashed on about the Jack Black hate.
I stand by it.
Well, that's one person's opinion because he's a much beloved actor for a lot of other people.
I stand by it.
And I'm one. I'm a Jack Black fan.
All right. Well, I feel like we talk about him every episode, so we can't go back to this.
It's not true at all. But we can move on. Yes.
Well, I feel not shocked. What are they doing? That's my roundup.
I feel like what they're doing is just kind of watching. What they're doing is just staying so safe that they're just going to keep going down.
I feel like they're seeing what other people are doing, and they're like, oh, everyone else is only saying that you need to acquire IP that's already been established, so they think that that's what they need to do.
But they're losing so much money. I don't even think they're going to do that. They're just going to retread their old stuff, but they're not going to have growth that way. I don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah. While
you still have some money in your pocket, make something new. Because that's the best chance you have at a future.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, love you, Cartoon Network.
We want you to keep going.
Peace out, but also episode 2. Or article 2.
Article 2.
Toei?
I'm going to say Toei.
Toei invests in AI Tech Co. for animation production venture.
Oh,
so they kind of did an investor financial briefing of their fiscal year.
Did they buy a company? Is that what they're saying?
No. This is their plans to bring this into their production. AI.
Okay.
So these are the 4 ways that AI is coming. So what
is Toei? Can you say that real quick?
It's an animation. It's a studio. It doesn't really go into it, but it's a studio, right? And it's
this
big
is
Japanese.
Cartoon Brew just assumes you know who they are because they are a really big Japanese anime studio.
Yes, and I wouldn't know because I've never watched anime a day in my life.
They should have a little brief description.
Yeah, there's none. It just talks about immediately. But I did know, based off being told prior from my father, that it is.
They put up this image, which is
Dragon Ball. Daima.
So anyway, they do Dragon Ball Z, I assume. But anyway, go ahead.
I've never heard of Dragon Ball.
But I've heard of the studio. I'm not a big anime guy, but definitely I've heard of it, so I know it's huge. So keep going.
It is definitely big. Because they're talking billions. It says that their shows, their properties, including Slam Dunk, Gegege no Kitaro, One Piece, and Dragon Ball film.
There it is.
Sales increased to 37.3 billion yen.
Wow.
So yeah, I think they're doing okay.
Which is 256 million USD. Okay.
Oh.
But
yikes.
Which isn't near as it's not. I know. That's why I said that.
That was a big slap. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
We're talking 37 billion, and that's just like 256 million here.
Well, the yen. Yeah, there's a lot of yens for a dollar. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so does that mean we could go there with less money and be rich? It does.
I don't know how that works because it's just their yen is,
That'd be nice.
I don't know. I think some of that could be true, but I don't.
Well, yeah, because if I went there with $256 million, I would have 37.3 billion.
Yen. But then it costs so much more yen to buy an apple. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's not quite that ratio.
It probably doesn't because they need to, everybody's just making the yen there. They're not used to having the dollar to put to the yen. You know?
I know, but it could be 1,000 yen to buy a book or a hot dog. You know what I mean?
Okay, how much?
It's not equitable amount because
yen.
More yen to a dollar. See?
No, but you're not understanding what I'm saying. They're making. Oh, it's.
Did you actually put in how much for a hot dog in Japanese?
It's 180 yen.
For what? A hot dog?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is $1.60 here.
Yeah. 180 yen. Oh, to $1.60. Yeah, see? So.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Their way of life, I'm sure they're making what we would think is more yen. But either way, say I'm going with $1,000, I've got hundreds of thousands in yen, which is putting me rich.
No, because then you'd have to buy a hot dog for 180 yen. Instead of $1.60.
Yeah, but to me, I've had so much yen because I'm so rich that it's just 180 yen. Because I came with my U.S. money.
No, I think
no, it's not equitable. You're not understanding me.
It's not equitable. I agree.
No. Put in the comments if you understand what I'm trying to explain. If you have a certain amount here, that money is worth more there.
That's a different issue than how many yen will buy a hot dog.
No, you brought up the hot dog.
No,
I was trying to make my point. You brought up another point.
Right. But you want to do a different search to find that information.
I'm saying it doesn't matter how much yen the hot dog costs because I'm so rich because I came with my American money.
Right.
That transferred over to a lot more yen.
You just want to find out what is, and I can't think of the terminology, dang it, of...
Average household income?
What is the dollar's value in Japan? You know, I think that's the way to phrase it. This is starting to get boring though for our viewers, so I don't know if we want to.
Well, I don't know. Now I'm considering a trip.
$1 USD.
Over the past week, the value
that's what it is. Exchange rate
of U.S. dollar has remained relatively stable. Okay, well.
Yeah, how far does a U.S. dollar go in Japan?
$1 US is 142. I'm correct.
Yen, I assume. It just says Japanese.
I'm correct. Just say it.
Exchange rate is what we want to find out. Anyway, let's continue.
Okay, so here's the 4 things that they're bringing in to Toei animation, AI-wise. Storyboarding. AI sued to generate simple layouts. No, sued.
What? AI sued to generate simple layouts.
That's also like used.
Oh, it's a typo. It's supposed to say used. Yeah, because look at the next line. AI used to specify colors.
Yeah. AI used to generate simple layouts and shooting of the storyboards. Coloring and color spec. AI used to specify colors and automatically correct colors. That's crazy. In-betweening. AI used to automatically correct line drawings and generate in-between.
Wow, I haven't heard that AI could do that yet.
Apparently. Backgrounds. AI used to generate backgrounds from a photo.
From a photo? Wow. That's terrible. I don't know. Yeah. This is more than just a tool at this point.
No, this is a job.
And that's kind of the discussions we've had even at Pencilish is like, can you find a way to use AI as a tool so it's helpful? And
You've been grappling with it.
Right. There's a lot of grappling.
I have not, because I don't agree with AI whatsoever.
But this is where they're like, we want to do away with complete, departments.
Yeah, let's talk about that. It says in an industry where some 30% of animators are freelancers who are not entitled to minimum pay protections, Japan's animation workers can struggle to get by on as little as $200 a month. See, I told you I'd be rich if I went there.
$200 US?
Yes. It says $200 a month. In 2024, the Japan Research Institute estimated there are only about 6,000 animators in the country as talents seek better pay overseas or quit the business altogether.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do know you don't want to be an animator in Japan. That you'll just...
Didn't we just report that the Japanese government was putting in like billions to animation?
It was Korea. That was Korea.
Well, anyway. I think that's like messed up because at that point... They're just taking over animation with AI.
Yeah, this sounds like a really sloppy...
You can take a photo, put in a background. You can just have it draw and generate in-betweening. And then you can have it correct colors.
Now, they're not...
have a storyboard.
I will say this. They may be able to get away with that in-betweening thing only because they don't do a lot of in-betweens as much as, like, say, Disney does. They'll only have, like, 1 or 2 tops in between 2 major movements or keys. While Disney might do 6, you know what I mean? So it's very much like on 4s and 6s already. So my guess is that's, they already have a very
somebody's job.
Economic way of animating, especially TV animation.
It's still somebody's job.
No, I know. I agree. I mean,
those 4s
and storyboarding? How are they going to...
AI used to generate simple layouts and shooting of the storyboards.
I mean, the shooting of the storyboard's great. That just helps. It's a technical process. But how they're going to have it do the layouts... I don't really
get this. Yeah.
I don't know.
Is this possible?
It feels like how general this is what we're going to have it do. It feels like it's written by a producer or somebody that's not creative because they're going... There's so many questions that come up. When you just go, and now we're going to give it photos and it's going to make the background.
No, it probably is written by somebody creative.
What?
I'm saying it's It's probably written by somebody that's more in the like financial like part of it because they were going over a fiscal thing.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
And you said creative, I thought.
No, I was saying not creative, but anyway, somebody.
Well, also because they would be more thoughtful before they spoke about doing something like this epic.
For sure. Yeah.
This epic proportions.
Anyway, wow. Watch out.
Well,
Toei.
On the same train, speaking
We're
of
probably saying your name wrong, by the way. We say Toei, but it could be Toei. I don't know.
Well, on the same conversation and talking in regards to somebody who has no idea what they're doing.
Is this more AI?
Article 3.
Here we go.
AI-driven animated video generator Hedra raises $32 million.
Oof.
So money continues to flow into tech startups that have their sights set on eliminating every single last animation artist.
Ooh, wow, that's the cartoon brew. Yeah,
I like it.
They're a little snippy on the up front.
I like it. On the day that Cartwheel announced a $10 million funding round, San Francisco
and Cartwheel was the one, just to note, Jeffrey Katzenberg's company is involved in Cartwheel. They're one of the financiers of that. So go ahead.
On the same day that Cartwheel San Francisco-based Hedra, a web-based AI animation and video generator, revealed that it has raised $32 million in Series A funding. It has raised altogether $44 million since last year. It has a lot of large investors, one of them being Amazon's Alexa fund. And the company is valued at $200 million. Don't really know how that works, but
yeah,
this is what drove me nuts.
Yeah, I read this guy.
Hedra was founded by Michael Lingelbach. Terrible name. Sorry, that last name sucks.
Not his fault.
I mean, goodness. You know how famous people change their name? This is your chance, Michael. Come on.
Hey, his family is generationally from another country. That's all. He's
Well, I just don't like him. And I think his last name sucks.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. He is also the CEO. His bio says that he is a former stage actor.
I know, this part's good.
And he's creating animation.
Yeah. Because he believes in performance.
Yeah.
Right.
An experience that has shaped his belief that characters are at the heart of every story. So that somehow gives him the ability to step in and start an animation studio that's based out of AI. He really knows what he's doing.
You could say a story is at the heart of every character, too, Michael.
Lingelbach.
Lingelbach. We're both gonna die.
Oh, that was funny. Okay. Getting over the uncanny value of the compelling performance is the hardest frontier in the video, and with our Character 3 Foundation model, we're devoted to crossing it.
With AI video. Yeah, not with video in general.
Yeah. He
doesn't even say uncanny valley, right? What's he call it?
He does. Getting over the uncanny valley.
Oh, okay.
He said also, we're building the next generation of storytelling technology to empower content creators and enterprise marketers to tell narratives at scale on their own.
Right.
That is the most broadest thing I've ever heard.
You don't need an animation studio, is what he's saying. Yeah.
Well, apparently not. The CEO is from stage.
Yeah.
Is he from Broadway? Never even heard of you, Michael Lingelbach.
Lingelbach. We're just making fun of the guy.
I know. Well,
and he has a big nose. No, he doesn't. He's actually a good-looking guy.
Pretty attractive.
Not bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
well, that's all I had to say. Really, it's all just him talking about.
So we're just
how
hating.
We're
hating on it.
Yes. That's all I had to read. Is that he literally was in theater?
Yeah. It's. Yeah, super.
I mean, that's a low blow. I guess the thing that really
what's crazy to me is that they said he was in theater. He knows performance, and therefore that's why he's perfect for this job as CEO and founder of this company. Yeah. But does it say anything about how he knows about tech, about AI? That's what the company is. It's not just a performance, company. It's all about, do you know AI? Do you know? No, he's hired people that knew it, honestly.
Literally, he's just rich.
He must come from money, a family of money, because how do you get that gig and become that CEO?
With no knowledge.
And somebody,
because he had to be able to fund it.
Yeah, and then all these people line up and give you money, including Amazon. Was it Amazon?
Yeah.
So.
Michael.
Langerbach. I mean, I feel like this is. Maybe we can edit this out. He definitely made
great, now it's telling me I gotta sign in. He definitely does. He has something. I don't get what it is about him.
You're looking him up on Facebook?
No, I'm on LinkedIn.
Oh.
Bring character select. Well, he went to Stanford.
Yeah.
Well, don't you have to be smart to get in there?
Yeah.
He got a PhD. Oh, wait.
What's his job before this?
No, he was a PhD candidate, and he went on leave. Weird. He was just an intern.
At NVIDIA.
What is that?
NVIDIA makes chips for AI and other, stuff.
He was a post-baccalaureate researcher.
Oh my gosh, he's done nothing. This is the big news scoop. This guy's got millions and millions, tens of millions of dollars in funding for his AI animation.
And he's
company.
only ever been an intern.
He was an intern at NVIDIA. That was only 7 months. And then was a PhD candidate, but it doesn't say.
It says he's on leave.
It said 4 years, 10 months. And he still didn't get that degree. And then all of a sudden, he's a chief executive officer of Hedra. That's this company, right?
Yep. That's actually crazy.
This is the mob. I don't know what's going on.
No, something's sketchy here. You need to research who you are.
But how does he get money from, how is Amazon and people like that don't research? I mean, they know who this guy is. They had to have
I think you're right. It's got to be some sort of family connection.
There's something. There is something deeper on this story. Man, I wish
Brenda K.
What if we were real journalists? We could really dig into this.
No, we really did kind of. The case is closed.
Are you looking at obituaries?
Yeah, his mom.
Oh my gosh, we're not gonna.
I think it's her. It says Michael Lingerbach.
That's a unique name. We'll call that a unique name, I would say. But guys, if anybody wants to have a good time and do a little mystery podcast, here's your guy.
Put it in the comments. Somebody look into how he has this money to do this, because.
Well, it's not his money, I'm guessing. Unless he started it with family. At least he started
it with family money.
We could assume he started with family money, yeah.
Either way, how is he connected? Because this guy can either sweet talk his way out of everything and is a really good talker, or something schemy, and they're connected.
It's amazing to me. I mean, the description of the guy that's the CEO, he was an actor. What?
No, it doesn't they don't even go as far as, he's a former stage actor.
A former stage actor. I've never seen that for a CEO.
Because they literally had nothing to explain for him, because he's only ever been an intern.
We stumbled onto the best news story.
I actually thought this would
ever.
I actually could talk about this for hours. I suddenly feel better.
I know.
This is actually crazy.
You've been healed.
I've been healed.
We found pure
I just needed tea.
Well, you love mystery podcasts.
No,
and you love tea. This is it
to
right
get
here.
my cork board out and start connecting the dots.
Oh my gosh.
There is something going on here, and I don't know how.
Should we do this by next week? We talk more about this guy?
Yeah, I mean,
Michael Lingerbach, we're coming for you.
I think next week's episode is we get to the bottom of what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Family heritage, first place I'm going.
Here's where I want to go,
and then I'm going down the list of
less
who knows
important
who.
to you, but I would love to find out too. How are they creating this AI? Is it done with all these older AIs that have been created where they've been scraping other people's artwork?
Well, the bottom's no, they do this thing, which I hate to say, I've been seeing it all over TikTok, and it's so funny. Where they do the baby talk of things.
I need to let you know that she had a verbal agreement with me that she would.
They'll take.
That's really well done.
It doesn't matter.
Is it?
I mean, look at that. It looks like a baby.
So
it's like Judge Judy. They'll take Judge Judy and a clip of an episode and make them baby versions. And they do it with
babies
podcasts.
Talking and acting.
They do it with podcasts that are kind of adult podcasts, and it's really funny to see the babies talking about it.
Oh, I've seen Gary V.
Theo Vaughn.
I've seen Gary V as a baby.
Yes, I have too, and I've seen Theo Vaughn as a baby with Gary V.
Okay.
And it was funny.
See?
I think this is them.
I think I know who Theo Vaughn is. Long-haired kind of mullet guy.
Here.
Does he?
Yeah.
Why is he popular?
He's apparently a comedian. I don't know, but he's funny.
I know he's a comedian. Is he? Okay.
I would say he's pretty funny in his podcast, a different type of humor.
He seems super popular. I keep looking at him and go, why do people like him? But
I would say he's pretty funny.
Tangent there. But that's what they created, right? This is sort of with their AI, these things became popular. There's babies talking on.
Hedra's model this is what it says about it. Has increased visibility in recent weeks because of the baby AI trend, in which adults are reimagined as animated babies. So it doesn't say that it was their creation or their thing. It just says that they've gained traction because of the baby AI trend. So I don't know if they're just doing the trend.
It says Hedra's model, so they are using his AI model to create that. So yeah, I would say that you can And it's called Pod Babies? Or is that just...
That's just one person that posted it.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm confused. Like, are multiple people putting this out?
Or something, yeah.
Are multiple people using his model, I guess?
I don't know.
Can we even call it his model? Because he's not in the room making it.
Ansley,
he's on stage performing.
What, right? We should look him up. I don't know. Is there a way to try? You've got a busy week ahead of you is all I'm saying. I mean...
I think I have a full-time job
research.
right now.
I feel like next episode has to be all about this guy.
It's research-oriented. I will be coming with the facts next week. And
our show has just gone in a whole new direction.
Next week's episode is a Michael Lingelbach episode.
Promise?
Promise.
Okay. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
So I'm gonna come in.
I've been dying to put my two loves together. Tea and... Closing the case.
I was hoping
investigative journalism.
I was hoping animation would be one of the two.
Oh, and animation.
That'd be third, right?
Third.
Okay, good.
But investigative journalism.
So this is still animation related. It's just getting a little bit into the
AI of the animation,
like a podcast about maybe there's a murder too. That's
involved. I just did come across an obituary. It took me 5 minutes.
Okay, well, but people die, you know.
Yeah, but he's listed on there. It did
seem like it's his mom.
Did seem like it was cancer.
Oh my gosh. Okay, don't bring any of that into this, okay?
No, well...
Don't get us shut down.
I'm not going to get us shut down.
Okay.
I'm just going to come with the facts. And whatever the facts are, I can't change them.
Right.
I can't...
But you're going to find those facts on the internet, so it doesn't necessarily mean they're facts. We do know that, right?
That's not totally true.
Oh my gosh. We're in trouble.
No. Ancestry.com is true.
Oh, you're going to look there?
That's where I'm going to start to get the family tree.
Okay.
Obviously.
Good. Wow, you know what you're doing.
Duh.
Okay.
I've stalked on many ex-boyfriends in my life. I'm just kidding.
Ancestry.com? Wow.
No, but I'm
going to find your second cousin and kill them. Or threaten you somehow. What?
I've actually quite literally never used Ancestry.com, but I'm very excited to start.
Okay.
This is also an ad for Ancestry.com.
I don't know if you have to pay for that. Do you know who's behind that?
I don't know, but this is on the Pencilish card.
Well, we'll talk about it later.
This is important.
No, it's not on the Pencilish. Investors, your money is not going into this. I promise you.
It's not.
This is just her fun.
It's not, but I might have to invest.
After hours work for Ansley, okay?
No, this is on the hours. I'm prepping for the podcast.
Okay.
I'm prepping for our show.
One
That's my
podcast.
Job.
That's all it is. I promise.
It's important work, and I know the investors are going to be very proud
How could
of my
Cartoon
job.
Brew just kind of run that press release? Because that's all it was a press release they ran, and not question that or even make fun of it a little bit.
You would think
Come
that
on,
this would be
Amid.
their chance.
You just posted it and you didn't go, stage actor, what?
It is Amid.
That's just, but this is just a press release. He just ran a press release.
Yeah.
And he is
currently employs 20 people and plans to triple in headcount to 60 by the end of 2025.
Well, of course. They got all these millions of dollars rolling in.
Yeah, it really doesn't say...
Hedra's Characters 3, which I guess is the software or the app, right, claims to be the first omnimodal foundation model that blends text, image, and audio to create highly controllable, expressive character performance videos. Company differentiates its product from other AI video generators by promoting a unified solution that integrates story, sound, and video generation into a single workflow. Wow. That's very general.
Lingelbach told TechCrunch that he wanted Hedra to be a product at the intersection of video generation and 3D characters with long dialogues and better controllability.
Those are all good dreams, but he's not saying he's done it. He's just saying, this is what I want.
No, he just took the script from the people in the room. The people in the room just gave him that script. He has no idea what that means. I wonder if they asked him any actual questions without him being prepared for a response, if he could answer them.
Well, it blends text, image, and audio. Yeah, so, well, like the examples he's giving, though, I don't think are that groundbreaking. It's like taking a video clip of Judge Judy and making her into a baby. So you're replicating, but you're using her performance. Right. So it's just performance video that's being copied.
Right.
And her voice, it's literally her voice. They didn't even age it down. It's like an adult voice.
Yes.
With a baby saying it. So like, is that
and
really
they have a character to
groundbreaking?
base it off of. They just have to make it a baby.
Right, and the AI is just now it did a good job. I mean, it's that technology's come a long way for sure.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I was watching it a couple weeks ago. I saw one and it looked terrible.
Oh, really?
It's already gotten better.
Oh, well. But I mean, do you look at that and go, oh, that looks like a believable baby saying that?
No, it's not supposed to look believable.
Well, not that a baby could do that. I'm just saying it looks like a real baby, the rendering and everything, and the movement.
Yeah, with a full face of makeup.
Like the dialogue's pretty good.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm talking about. Usually the mouse.
It didn't used to line up, and still sometimes it doesn't. Like sometimes if like somebody in the crowd laughs, you'll see the baby go like.
Oh, that's a good point.
But it's because like it's like hearing other audio.
Yeah.
Or if there's a third person, but it's a background person. 'Cause sometimes in the podcast, somebody in the background makes a comment.
Yeah. It'll glitch it.
It'll look like that person saying it.
Well, you can't edit it then. I mean, they need to figure out how to edit their mistakes out of there. I don't know.
Well, I'm very excited. I will be back next week.
But really, we don't care about the AI anymore. We just care about how this guy...
What's his name? Michael Lindelbach.
Lindelbach. Yeah, you better write that down.
I've got the...
You got some research.
I've got the article right here.
Yeah. I have a feeling you're not going to find a lot, but just finding out if he has a rich family that he comes from.
If I don't find a lot, we'll do like an opening and then like an article or two. But
if you want to help Ansley out, put some comments in there. If you've done a little bit of research on this person or you know where to go, thank you very much.
Yeah, and then we'll get started.
I think we're doing this next week now.
We've got work to do.
Kind of have to.
Well, let's round out with some comment reading.
Oh, good.
So artist animator Monica. Thanks for another great episode, Bancroft family singers or animators. Did we sing last episode?
I know. I saw that. I didn't think we did.
I do sing often. So
I hope
maybe.
not.
Excel Studios 396 said, "Hope it's always on me for a cleaner industry." Hope is, I don't know, but since so much global talented artists get to be behind so many projects, so at least no AI and tariffs would make productions be more narrative and creative.
I didn't understand that. Sorry. I'm sure there was some really heartfelt message there, but I didn't get it. It was a lot of words.
I think he's saying that, like, I think this person's saying exactly what we're saying, where we don't want the jobs taken from the animators, we don't want AI, and the tariffs hurt the animators as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for agreeing with us, if that's what you meant.
And then another comment was just no AI. I do want to
agree.
I mean, as an animator speaking toward AI and all the dangers that are there, I do want us to be able to speak more about it and more, not
we just did a whole episode. All of our episodes
cancel.
are about it.
No, what I'm saying is in comments and things like that, please don't just say no AI. Research it. Find out why you believe that it shouldn't be used. And
don't do that. Just
put that in the comment.
No AI.
I just think that we need to be intelligent about this discourse. And we're not all the time. We're just going, shut it down. And
shut it down.
That's the cancel culture talking. That's what I'm saying. Is like, don't just
Then
go, I hate you, you're dumb, no AI. It's sort of the equivalent. And I'm not calling this person dumb by any means. What I'm just saying is I feel like we need to be able to speak to what is the core problem here. Otherwise, we can't fix it. No, see? You're doing it.
AI is the core issue.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Dumb.
It is dumb.
You're dumb.
It is dumb.
You're dumber. Like there's our discussion about AI.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to be able to speak to what is the core issue. And then, can we find a solution around it? Because AI is not going away. So, is there an answer?
Sounds like you're a fan of AI.
Stop. See? Yes, cancel culture. You just went, whoop, you're a fan and I hate you now. Right? Because that's what'll happen. I'll get canceled if somebody says, I'm a fan of AI.
Put it as a headline.
I didn't say that. Wait a second. Let me back up. Anyway.
Let's just take a cut of
Do you understand my point?
Without you saying I'd be canceled, we'll just use a cut of you saying I'm a fan of AI.
I know. That's what I just realized. I just said that out loud. Now, let's just dig into it deeper and find out what are the problems? And there's obvious problems. So it's easy to go, here's why I don't like AI. There's a laundry list of things.
I think the problems are also...
Don't take my squeezy thing.
I think the problems are also...
It's sticky now. What did you do? Did you spit on it?
No. I think some of the issues...
Gross. It needs to be cleaned. Go ahead.
I think some of the issues are the hands it's in. People, at least put it in the hands of animators that can control the narrative and make sure that it doesn't go down a rabbit hole and make everybody lose jobs. Maybe don't put it in the hands of a former theater kid.
Well said. We'll take that as better. At least some.
And no AI.
And just cancel it.
All right, with that.
All right.
Bye, AI.
Bye.
Be sure to subscribe to the Pencilish Studios YouTube channel.